Good morning, everyone. Good evening, and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Desamos, and you are welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality, and I talk about personal and self-development. And if that's what resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us, give us a like, share this video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back. And I thank you for your love and support. So you woke up, you had a spiritual awakening. Why don't we talk about the things that people don't tell you about spiritual awakening? Most likely you have awakened yesterday, or you awakened last week. You're trying to figure things out on your own. You're seeking answers. The mind is all over the place. Let's talk about what people don't tell you, or what people don't talk about, or what you don't hear about spiritual awakening. Now, spiritual awakening is triggered due to a series of events. Usually, it can be after a long experience, a long traumatic experience, okay? Maybe you've gone through a breakup. Probably you've been with a narcissist. On this channel, actually, I would believe that most of the people that own this channel, many of them have awakened after experiencing narcissistic abuse. Your situation might be different. Most likely, you've had a very long illness, very terrible one. Most likely, it almost took your life. Could have been you've been hospitalized, maybe you was in a coma, or you had a very serious illness and you almost believed that was the end, that was it. And then for some reason, you have been chosen to awaken. That is the first thing. You have awakened. That means that you have been chosen to awaken. It is your second shot at life. It is your second chance, okay? But this time, post-awakening, you will not be doing the same things that you've always done. It's not going to be business as usual, okay? So things are going to change. There is shifts are happening, okay? You're going to start jumping from one timeline to another. And life will never be the same. Or you may have awakened, for example, there has been a loss, okay? You lost your grandmother. You guys was very close. You lost your grandmom, you lost your father, you lost whatever parent, you lost somebody. And that period has been extremely painful. And you have still been chosen to awaken. When you awaken, the first thing what happens usually, you're going to start questioning everything. You're going to question the meaning of life. What is life all about? Is that it? You know, are we just born? You know, you wake up, you know, you have this family. Some of you even have dysfunctional families. Then you went to school, you know, you made some friends over there. And then, of course, you know, you fell in love at some point. And most of the relationships didn't even work out. And at some point, of course, you went for a job. You know, you got employed in a corporation. You know, you worked your hours. You gave it your all. Sometimes you was even sacked from job. You know, you got married. Then you had some kids. You're now questioning everything. There has to be more, okay? You're realizing that you did not come here to walk in some kind of a cycle. You're very desperate to break that cycle. Now, As you start to question everything, that's when the reality will kick in. The more questions you have, the less answers you have. Okay? Sometimes you may awaken and start getting more answers, of course, because now you're realizing that, oh, you are meant for something more. Okay? You did not come here to serve in a meaningless, hopeless relationship. You did not come here to spend the rest of your life with a narcissist in your bed. Maybe you've been through a long-term illness and you're thinking that, what if anything happened and you didn't make it? You're thinking that there's something more. You question everything, so you question reality. What you used to know as reality, and it's not making sense. There's nothing's adding up. So what happens for the person that has awakened? They are going to go on a journey for the quest of truth. They are going to go on a quest for truth. What is the truth? You want to know what is the truth. You really want to know what is the truth. This now pushes you to go very deep into the rabbit hole. The deeper you go, the more truths you see, the more things you realize, the more truths you uncover. And the more truths you uncover, the deeper you go. So now you are on this journey where you are digging very deep into the rabbit hole. Now you're realizing that you have been fed so many lies. Okay? You're realizing the truth of the illusion that you've lived your entire life. So you're realizing that your relationship was an illusion. Your marriage was fake. It was a fake marriage. Your jobs, it wasn't making it for you. It wasn't making it in your job. You was barely struggling. Or I could say you was just surviving. It wasn't doing it for you. You paid all your bills, you paid your rent, you did this and that. You went back to the same cycle. You've been there for 20 years, nothing's happened. So what really happens now is that you become very hungry to know what is the truth. Eventually, not only do you discover so many truths on the outside world around you, you're also realizing so many truths within yourself. And you're realizing that you have actually endured years of trauma. There is so many things that you never even knew about yourself. What you do now, you're going within. You're also asking questions about yourself. Where did this trauma come from? Because you're realizing the trauma is intense, it's a lot, and there's a lot of work to do. You're now going through a dark night of the soul. Because the whole world you've discovered around you, inside and outside of you, is an illusion, it's all fake. It has been some kind of a trap. The dark night of the soul is now pushing you to go within. Okay? It's time for you to go within and start to do some work on yourself. So this is when now you're going to choose to heal yourself. You may choose to do it alone. Like I remember back in the days, I did my healing by myself. I did it alone. But it can also happen sometimes that you choose to seek some help. It can be professional help. You may know some doctor, psychologist, whatever, therapist, counselor somewhere. You're seeking some help. Any form of help you can. Some people can heal alone, some people cannot heal alone. So they need some help, external help to heal. Now you're on this healing journey. Now the more you heal, you're also healing all the things, the wounds, the trauma, everything that broke you in the past. Everything that brought you to that point in time. You are now starting to heal all these things because a lot of these wounds are now coming out to the surface. You're realizing where the pain came from. Okay, the pain was your father, the pain was your mother, the pain was this, the pain was that, you was a codependent. So you're starting to see all these things, you're healing, you're starting to heal. It is a very long journey to heal, ladies and gentlemen. Not only is it a long journey, it's also very painful to heal. Now, while you're healing, you're also healing out of old vibration, old energy. You're looking around you and realizing that you was entangled with so many fake friends. And because you're on this healing journey, you're stopping to engage in old behaviors, I don't know, things, friends, circles, I don't know, sometimes family members, because you made sometimes realize that they have also been part of the problem many years, for so many years. You're trying to give them some distance now in this time. You're like, okay, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I have a lot of respect for you, I have a lot of love for you, but I'm also working on myself. It's time for me to heal, okay? You know that you have to do this healing. For you to be able to get somewhere in life, you know that you are going to embark on this healing. Now that is when you start to experience rejection. Family members, oh, you know, I don't know what happened to Denzamos, I don't know what happened to Paul, I don't know what happened to Michael. You know, they're not calling us, they're not coming around the same way they used to. Because remember, guys, I've told you that you are going through a spiritual awakening. When you have awakened, not everybody has awakened with you, okay? It's you who has gone through this awakening. So the people around you, they're still asleep. You can see the world for what it is. You can see people for who they are. You can never be able to see things the same way you used to back in the days. Everything starts to shift around you. So, of course, you know, you have these family members, you have these friends you used to hang with back in the days. Because they are seeing a lot of these transformations happening within you, the choices that you're starting to make all of a sudden, the direction you're choosing to go at that moment is not making sense for them. It is making sense for you because you know what you're doing, but it is not making sense for them. What do? They will reject you. You hear a lot of gossip. You hear them gossiping in the corridors. So-and-so is doing this, so-and-so said that, and so-and-so said that. They don't know what you're doing. They don't understand anything that you're doing at that moment. It's not making sense. They reject you. They isolate you. But you're starting to get comfortable with this because you realize that you're doing this for yourself. You're not doing it for anyone. The spiritual awakening happened for you. It did not happen to your parents. It did not happen for your family. It did not happen for your sisters. It happened for you. So you're accepting this new reality that, okay, it is what it is. You've been fooled. You've been a fool for this long. You're not gonna play a fool anymore. You're choosing the new reality. Now eventually that's when you start to feel very lonely, okay? Because you're on this journey, you're on this little island, you're looking around you, there's things that you can see, nobody can see. There is things that you're talking about, there's a way you speak or you communicate, nobody understands you. So everybody thinks that this guy is going insane, that guy is crazy, they have some names for you at this time. But whatever's happening around you, you're choosing to stay on this path. Because you see, when you awaken, you cannot unlearn what you will learn. You will not unsee what you will see. You will realize that you cannot run away from reality. It is what it is. You see it for what it is, okay? So the journey becomes very lonely, like I've said. Who can I speak with? Who can I communicate with? There is some other members who are most likely going through what you're going through. They're on the other side of the world. Nobody in your neighborhood knows what you're doing, knows what is going on with you internally. So it becomes a very lonely journey, extremely lonely. So that's why you see a lot of people, when they reach that loneliness part, that's when they start to get very desperate. Because you see, you have awakened and your life has shifted. At least even energetically, you have shifted a little bit. You're not where you want to be. You're not where you want to be, but you're not also where you're not where you used to be, but you're also not where you want to be. So you're in the middle. That's what they call the island. That one is very lonely, I can promise you. I think I've done so many videos on this loneliness. You're putting in the work, you're changing so many things, you're deciding to jump on a path. Maybe you may sometimes have could be on that journey you can discover your purpose. You may realize that, maybe let me do things this way. Because you see, this spiritual awakening is making you realize that there is so much you can do, okay? We live in an infinite universe with infinite possibilities. You are no longer going to allow yourself to be tied up in a very small little spot. You want to spread your wings and fly. But you see, as you grow in these wings to fly, not everybody can come with you. That's where the painful part comes in. Because now, you're realizing that you're flying alone. You're on this path by yourself. Now, a lot of people are going through these spiritual awakenings. In the beginning, they get a little bit confused. You don't know what to do with yourself. You don't know what to believe or who to believe anymore. You're questioning your life decisions. You're questioning that, did you really have to spend all these years in that job? Did you have to spend all these years in that relationship or that marriage? Did you have to go through all this abuse? Did you have to go all through that trauma? What exactly is going on? There are all these questions going on. You now become a seeker of truth. You become a truth seeker. You've always been a truth seeker eventually, but now it's becoming, it's becoming very clear to you that you're going to choose the truth. When you decide to choose the truth, you also become a truth seeker. Okay? Now, if you follow the path of this spiritual journey, because eventually when you awaken, when you go through a spiritual awakening, you're going to hop onto something what they call a spiritual journey or a spiritual path. It can be your purpose, it can be path, it doesn't matter, but you're going to jump on some form of a spiritual path. That is the path that is designed to help you and make you become your greatest version. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if nobody told you this, it's lonely at the top, okay? It never really matters what you're going through. It never matters what your journey looks like. It is lonely at the top. You're leaving the crowds and the masses, and you're choosing the solo path. Okay? On that solo path, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking around you. Nobody's doing what you're doing. Nobody thinks like you. Nobody can do what you do. Nobody can say what you say, because at that moment there's no ego. Okay? You've gone through these ego deaths over the years. So there's no ego. You're just a free spirit who is trying to do things your own way. Okay? You're choosing this way because you believe that is your authentic way. It is the only authentic way you can move forward with life. So when you're talking about this thing of spiritual journey, it's a bit windy here. Spiritual awakening, it is an experience of its own, okay? But I can promise you, ladies and gentlemen, whatever is going on in your life, no matter what is happening around you, I can promise you one day you will look back and you will know that spiritual awakening happened for you. It was your second shot at life, okay? Whatever it is, you've been programmed, because you see, you're unplugging out of this program. You are realizing that everything that has been going on that spiritual awakening, it happened for you. You're on the journey to become the greatest version of yourself. For a lot of you guys who are going through the spiritual awakening, I'm very sure you can relate with this. For the ones who are just awakened recently, 2 days ago, 1 week ago, or whatever, that is what you should expect, okay? Expect a lot of changes to happen in your life. Expect your life to shift in so many major, magnificent ways. But again, remember, it is a dark path, okay? It's a very dark path. So many people talk about the beauties of this spiritual awakening, but they never really tell you that it's a very dark journey. It's a very lonely journey. It's a very dark path. A lot of shadow work to be done. A lot of, ego deaths. A lot of healing to be done. Isolation, resentment, everything. All these things happen on this journey, okay? But it's nothing to scare you. But it's just to prepare you, so that when that time comes, you will know everything that is going on around you, it is exactly what it's supposed to be, okay? You cannot change it because this is a natural process, okay? So if you know what I'm talking about, let us know in the comment section below. You guys do know that I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. Nikymus signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.